You just listen to Teaching by Radio on ELBC, the radio program from the Ministry of Education. This is ELBC Radio. Coming up very shortly, we will have this special interview as our first guest on the Super Morning Show with the president of the uh, Association of Liberian Journalists in the Americas, Joe Mason, coming up very shortly on the show. This is the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. Let's try to connect with our first guest, Mr. Mason, on the SMS. You amazing?
Hello.
Yeah, how are you, Chief?
Hey, Rafi. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, you clear. We can talk now.
Good. How yourself?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay, just hold the line. Let me have you on.
Wonderful.
ELBC is the radio service of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Like I said, our first guest on the Super Morning Show this morning is the president of the Association of Liberian Journalists in the Americas, AJA, Mr. Joe Mason. He's on the line from the United States. Mr. Mason, it's good to have you on the Super Morning Show this morning. How are you?
I'm good. It's certainly good to be on your program this morning, Rafi. Thank you so much for the invitation. This is my first appearance on the program. Hopefully, I get the chance to come back.
Always. Yeah, but it's good to have you. So let's first, you were just elected as president of AJA, I guess sometimes last year. And, yes, so let's first of all know what is AJA. I mean, what is it that you into? I know you are a group of, journalists from back home, but now in the Americas. So tell us more about the organization, the association.
Before I do that, Rafi, let me first of all commend you and the management of ELBC for all the amazing work you are doing to inform and educate our people in this fight against the coronavirus. Besides, for those of us who reside in the United States or who reside abroad and consume the news from Liberia, we do follow your work and the work of many other journalists in the country. So thank you for continuing to keep us informed.
Thank you.
Let me begin. You asked about the history of AJA. The history of AJA goes back to 1998, when a group of well-meaning Liberian journalists who had at the time taken up residence in the United States assembled in Washington, D.C. and to establish this organization for the purpose of fostering unity and camaraderie among themselves, and to basically champion the cause of good governance and press freedom through media development. You might know some of the accomplished names in journalism in Liberia, who were part of AJA's funding, including Gabriel Williams, Isaac Bantu, Kwame Clement, Kenneth Bess, Alex Red, Siaka Kone, and many others were instrumental in AJA's funding. I think Mr. Bess became AJA's first president in 1998. And the organization itself was very resourceful and a vibrant organization with a respected voice in the social and political dispensation of our country. So as a young journalist myself, staying in Liberia at the time of AJA's funding, I followed the activities of the organization religiously. So when I traveled to the United States in early 2001, I became a member right away. I attended the convention in Washington, D.C. that year. And it was the first convention I'd ever attended. I was excited by the work of AJA, that there was an organization that spoke truth to power and advocated for those basic freedom of press, freedom of speech. And so I was excited for what the organization could do and what the future held. But sadly, as is the case with quite a few Liberian organizations here in the United States, AJA crumbled in 2004. As a result of internal strife. And so for nearly a decade, the organization, for all intended purposes, was dead.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a very good way to know the history of AJA. What is, or how has the connection been with the mother organization, the President of Liberia, and journalists back home?
Okay, so let me talk about the organization dying. So let me talk about a little bit of the resuscitation, because it died in 2004. So after 10 years of inactivity, a group of concerned AJA members met via teleconference in November of 2014 and set in motion efforts to revive the association. We, at the time, constituted an interim leadership headed by our former president, Moses Sendi, with the mandate to lead the reactivation process. So in January of 2015, that interim leadership convened a mini convention in Newcastle, Delaware. And that mini convention brought together about 25 Liberian-based journalists from across the United States. And subsequently, the first post-crisis convention of AJA was held in October of 2015. That same year, with over 50 Liberian journalists in attendance. We had elections subsequently for new corp officers, and AJA as an organization was officially reborn. So that's a bit of history from where it began to where we are right now. So the rest is history. So we've now from 2014 to now have continued to operate a vibrant organization. So to your question, relative to our relationship with PEL, we recognize that the President of Liberia is the mother organization of all Liberian journalists. And as an organization here in the United States, we think we have an obligation to partner with the PEL, especially when you consider some of the core objectives that we want to accomplish. So we have a wonderful relationship with the PEL. In 2016, we had the opportunity of receiving in the United States the late PEL president, peace be to his ashes, Mr. Abdullahi Kamara. And for the last 2 years, except for last year, we've had the current PEL president, Mr. Charles Coffey, attend our convention in Philadelphia and here in Minneapolis. So the relationship is strong, and I think it will get stronger because we understand that we have to continue to partner together to accomplish some of the core values we have set for ourselves.
Okay. It's good to know you taking over from Mr. Sandy. I know you came on board with your objective, how to maybe rebrand AJA and strengthen the partnership, with the PEL, to more engagements with journalists back home. So how has that been going? I mean, everything got disrupted, I know, by COVID-19, but how do you intend to strengthen this partnership?
Yeah, talked to the president. Obviously, as an organization, we have some core objectives that we want to achieve, and this administration specifically have some really important objectives, and we cannot achieve the objectives, especially when it comes to media development, which is a core objective of ARJA, helping to improve the capacity of our colleagues in Liberia, and we will continue to work with the PEL in that process. As a matter of fact, one of the things I did upon my ascendancy was to constitute the Human Resource Development Committee of ARJA. That committee is led by some of the best brains in ARJA, and the goal for the committee is to ensure that ARJA has a footprint in Liberia when it comes to improving the capacity of our colleagues. And unfortunately, like you rightly mentioned, some of the plans we had in place to implement has been slowed down somewhat by the advent of the coronavirus. Hopefully, we can begin to work on those plans again once things settle down and we begin to see some form of normalcy as far as level is concerned. But yeah, it's important for our relationship with the PUL in Liberia for us to be able to really achieve our objective of meeting some of the professional development needs of our colleagues in the country.
And what specific role can ARJA play in the development of journalists to build their capacity? I hosted a few of my colleagues just last week, and we were talking about specialization. How does ARJA see the development of journalists in Liberia?
We think it's important. For the capacity of our colleagues to be enhanced, and like I said earlier, it's one of the key objectives of not only this administration, but I think it was the objective of my predecessor as well. ARJA is evolving, and as we evolve as an organization, we will begin to really take on bigger projects and reaching out to our colleagues in terms of improving the capacity of such projects. One of the things we've done over the last several years is ensure that our colleagues from Liberia who've attended our convention are giving the capacity to enhance their professional experience. For example, when we hosted the convention here in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 2018, I've visited a number of key media institutions here in the United States. Are you hearing me, Robert?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Go ahead. Miss Amazing?
Okay, so
yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Many of our colleagues who've come to the States, our goal really is to expose them to some of the contemporary trend in media development. In 2018, for example, many of the guys who were here were able to visit some of the really top media institutions here in the United States, especially in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we had our convention in 2019. The goal really was to see how we can expose them to a contemporary trend in media development. So they were able to visit, for example, the Star Tribune, the Minneapolis Star Tribune newspaper, which has the largest circulation here in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, where I live. They were also able to visit the Minnesota Public Radio, which has the largest listenership here in the Twin Cities. One of the things they were also able to do during our 2019 convention is to visit the Humphrey Institute of Journalism here in Minnesota, which is by far one of the best journalism institutions in Minnesota. So the goal really is to really enhance the professional experience when they do come to the United States. But that said, we realize that we can only bring so many journalists from Liberia to our convention. The goal now is how can ARJA have a visible and lasting footprint in Liberia that enhances the professional operational capacity of our colleagues as well. So that is something we're continuing to work on. And like I said, we have some plans in the works. Our Human Resource Development Committee has some plans in the works. I'm hoping that we can begin to actualize those plans once things settle down relative to the coronavirus.
Great. And let's come to the next step, which has to do with this quote unquote confusion within the PEL, this breakaway. What is AJA's position? We have the former vice president of the PEL organizing another group of journalists. Where does AJA stand on that particular issue with the PEL and another group?
We think it's important that the members of the PEL or some members of the PEL do now have a splinter group because we believe as an organization that journalism will be united, because we have a lot of opposing forces coming against us that they will exploit any division in our midst, to set back some of the gains we've achieved in the country. So we were extremely disappointed. We tried to intercede. I remember my vice president visited Liberia towards the end of last year. Possibly towards the end of last year, early this year. And while there, we tried. He made some attempts to mediate between the current PEL leadership and the leadership of the splinter group. Unfortunately, that mediation process did not go anywhere. As an organization, AJA respects and believes that there should be one union, and we will continue to work with the PEL, while understanding too that our colleagues who have formed these splinter groups do have their own legitimate concerns. But we believe as an organization that no matter what those concerns are, those are something that we can sit at the table and discuss and hopefully come to an amicable resolution. So while we believe that those concerns might be genuine, while we believe that we need to have one union, and we will continue to do whatever we can do as an organization to ensure that the PEL remain united.
So AJA's position is in support of the PEL.
Yeah, we support the PEL. Again, like I said, I can understand the frustration of some of the individuals who have now formed this splinter group. And we'll continue to talk to them. We'll continue to reach out to them because, again, like I said, ultimately we believe a united union is best for journalism. A united union is best for free and independent press. And again, like I said, people look for opportunities to explore division, and I'm sure they are using that opportunity right now. So the sooner we can reunite, the better it will be for journalists in the country.
Journalists right now are on the front line reporting this pandemic, the coronavirus. How do you see the work of journalists today? Do they need to be supported from your end with this cordial relationship with the government? How do you see the work of journalists today during this health crisis?
Oh man, I think when I began, I commended you and the management of ELBC. I can say the same for journalists across the country in different institutions who's working very, very hard to ensure that as a country we defeat this coronavirus. I, as an organization, recognize the enormous sacrifices journalists are making, which is why at a meeting we held recently, we decided that, look, as much as we appreciate the efforts and the sacrifices of the health workers and doctors and nurses, we can appreciate the sacrifices too that journalists are making. That was why we decided as an organization to contribute in our own small way to our colleagues in Liberia by the recent donation we made, 150 bags of rice, 54 gallons of oil, and 1,500 marks. It was a symbolic gesture really intended to say to our colleagues, we understand the sacrifices you're making. This is our own way, even though we in the United States live in the epicenter of the coronavirus. Mind you, As I speak to you right now, there are over 92,000 deaths here in the United States. About 1.5 million people counting are infected with the virus. I know many journalists, even in our own organization, who are suffering right now with the coronavirus or who suffered as a consequence of the coronavirus. But in spite of that, we said to ourselves, we are in a much better place than our colleagues in Liberia. I don't have to get up in the morning and worry about having electricity and water or having food to eat. I don't have to worry about that. But our colleagues in Liberia have to worry about those things. So we decided to voluntarily contribute resources to be able to help our colleagues. And that is something we did. And it was just a gesture to say to our colleagues, thank you for the enormous sacrifices you're making, and to continue to urge them to continue to do the level of best, because journalists are so important for the country to be able to win this battle against the coronavirus.
So what sort of support can they get from the government in general?
We're hoping that the government can be supportive of journalists, which is why we're taking it back this manufactured tussle between the Ministry of Information, the PEL, the accreditation. Right now, we need all hands on board. We need journalists working as hard as they can, partnering with the government, partnering with the Ministry of Information. We need all hands on board right now. The last thing we want is some manufactured crisis that take away from this united effort to defeat the coronavirus. So we encourage the government to stop this heated rhetoric against the press. The press is not an enemy of the government. We encourage the government to dialogue with the media when there are issues, especially during this time of emergency, so that collectively we can all win this battle against the coronavirus.
Before we take calls from from the public, let me ask you, what is AJA's verdict on government media relations?
We've made
how do you view it for the last 3 years?
We've made enormous gains when it comes to free press in the country, and I think there's been attempts to, especially of late, to muscle the media. The heated rhetoric I talked about, in recent weeks and months. Whether it is the threat to seize the equipment of media institution or shut them down or trying to pitch the PEL and its leadership against the government, these rhetorics need to stop. Then we wonder why some folks in the security forces believe they can brutalize journalists with impunity. It is because of some of these heated rhetorics that we hear, which is why I'm a little disappointed that the Presidential Commission, which was established, to investigate these reported assaults against journalists, have done absolutely nothing. The fact that 2 members of the commission have already resigned, questioning the government commitment to the process.
The investigation is on. The investigation is also because of this coronavirus.
Well, I doubt that should be the case, because even in this coronavirus, there's some form of normalcy. You don't have to meet in person, but you can begin to discuss, the construct of the committee and some of what it will do. You can have virtual conferences, you can have virtual meetings. But I'm not on the ground, but I've heard from these folks who resigned, and the reason they stated to resign because they doubt that the government is committed to following through on investigating these acts of assault against journalists. So these things, really cast doubt about the government's commitment to protecting journalists in the performance of the reportorial duties. So I'm hoping that, the relationship can get better, because I think personally that there's a mistrust right now in terms of the media and government relationship, and both sides need each other, and I think at some point we have to move beyond this mistrust and begin to ensure that the government and the media work together. So yes, some gains have been made, but we have, as watchdogs, continue to be watching so that the gains that we've made over the years are not reversed.
Okay, well, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show. Our guest is the president of the Association of Liberian Journalists in the Americas, AJA. Let's, Mr. Mason, you can stay on the line as we take a few calls.
Sure.
Okay, we have our first caller. Good morning. Good morning. What's the name? Mm. Okay. All right. Thank you. Keep your calls coming to 0776 089 713 0880514 keep your calls coming to 0880514 0776 089 713. Well, Mr. Mason, basically he was talking about some media institutions being irresponsible, broadcasting things that not public worthy. Free press goes with responsibility.
Oh yes, I certainly agree. I cannot agree more that the media ought to be responsible. There are ethical standards that the media need to adhere to in this day and age, and but there are ways to which ethical lapses and ethical transgressions, should be addressed by the government. And so, as long as we have a media, they will ethically transgress. But we want to encourage the government to pursue the appropriate remedy when it comes to addressing those ethical lapses that will happen from time to time.
Okay, let's hear from this other caller. Good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Louis, let's hear you. Welcome. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Togba. Well, he's Louis Togba. You know him, Mr. Mason.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
He's a friend, Louis.
You listen to him, right?
Well, yeah, I read some of his comments. I think he talked about the point I made earlier about a United PEL, and I think he mentioned something about Aja's contribution as well. So yes, I don't know if there was a question directed at me, but I heard bits and pieces of the comments he made.
No, yeah, not really a question, but we can take just a call and come back to you. 0776 089 0880514 096 0880514 076 089 call and on those numbers. But if we can take a call, we can just come back to you, Mr. Mason, for your parting comments.
Yeah, no, it's again, before I leave, I'd like to, first of all, say thank you to you, to the Super Morning Show and ELBC and the management and the staff, just for the incredible work you continue to do. Again, I want to commend our colleagues in Liberia for being steadfast, for being unwavering, for continuing to do the job the best way they know how. Most especially during this coronavirus fight. As an institution, AJA will continue to be a critical but really fair voice in advocating for good governance in our country, ensuring that we are practicing those principles important for the sustenance of our democracy. We're a responsible organization, and when we speak, we will do so with responsibility as well. Mind you, I say to people all the time, our membership is diverse and reflect different political orientation. So we are by no means monolithic, in our views as an organization. But we do our best so that when we do take positions, it reflect the views of the majority of our membership. I just want to say how grateful I am, to the membership of AJA for just reaching out to our colleagues in Liberia for making the sacrifices they made. Like I said, there were folks in our midst who themselves were suffering from the coronavirus, but decided, hey, I need to reach out and help our colleagues in Liberia. Hopefully, this is something AJA will continue to do. I'm not just helping to meet the professional capacity needs of our colleagues in Liberia, but being involved in humanitarian activities too.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, yeah, go ahead. It seems we've
This morning.
yeah, you have some problem, but you are okay. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, he's Joe Mason, the president of the Association of Liberian Journalists in the Americas, on the line. This is the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio. Let's take this musical break and come back with our next guest, the Assistant Foreign Minister for Public Affairs, Sylvester Piwe.